Okay, here we are in the car park at Nettershall Heath, ready to begin what is going to be a long day. We are going to be doing the entire length of Peddars Way, which starts at this car park. I'll show you on the sign, and hopefully, if all things go well, we'll finish up in Holmnext to Sea, which is 46 miles. Here you can see it on this sign: Peddars Way, public footpath, Holmnext to Sea, 46 miles or 74 kilometers. I'm pretty sure I'm ready. I'm pretty sure I've got everything I need. We're starting a little bit later than I ideally wanted to. Ideally, I would have already set off by now, but yeah, it's 9:30. We're gonna get going because I don't want to take too long on this intro, and I'll just talk as we go through it. Let's get going. Today, the weather should be outrageous for March. I think it's meant to be like 17-18 degrees today, so really can't complain with that. And when the weather's like this and you've got a day off, you can't waste the opportunity. You've got to go out there and do something. I've done it once before, but I'll explain how that went later on in this video. That little section that you just saw was already so much better than what it was when I done this last year, because there was a few trees that were sort of hanging over the path that sort of prevented me from going through on the bike without having to sort of jump off. But last year you was literally fighting against brambles just to get through it, so that's already a massive improvement. And the exact same can be said about this little section here. When I done this last year, it was flooded. I'll see if I can find a video on my phone and I'll put it up on your screens now of how it was. But I was literally up to my ankles or up to my shins with water, and it was a lot colder than it was today, so I was freezing. I'm 2.5 miles in, just another 43.5 to go. Right now it would be a good opportunity for me to tell you a load of facts about Peddars Way and how it came into existence, but to be quite honest with you, I don't know any of that. So at some point in the video, maybe I'll do a quick Google search. Anyway, we're getting close to the A11. That's basically what I'm calling the first checkpoint of the day. And when we reach that, we know we're making fairly good ground. And speaking of the A11, I can actually see it in the distance. I'm not going to ride over the A11. I'm going to run across it because I don't fancy my chances. We're going to edge our way up to it and get across it as fast as possible. Right, we've got an opportunity. Let's go, we can get halfway anyway. Here we go. Let these 4 cars go past, and then we can go. We made it, baby. Okay, we're just outside of Watton. It's about a mile behind me, and we are about an hour and a half into this. We are 22k in. I guess we're about a quarter of the way, and an hour and a half in. I don't know if you can see it in the background, probably not, because there's just a load of bushes in the way, but there's a couple wind turbines back there, which is sort of how we know we're getting close to Swaffham. We're back on the path now after being on the road for quite some time, near enough from Watton all the way through North Pickenham. And the next checkpoint is McDonald's. There's McDonald's there in the background. What we're going to do is we'll cross this busy road and then find a quiet spot to have some lunch. And whilst I'm having lunch, I'll tell you what happened last time I did this and why having this lunch means so much to me. I am looking forward to this. I haven't got much because I thought I'd save myself for fish and chips at the end. The reason why having this lunch is so good and I'm so happy about it is because last time I attempted this, I thought I would be alright with just 3 litres of water and a big breakfast. And I soon found out when I got to about this point that that wasn't enough. And what made things even worse was I was riding a bike that was older than me. I think it was made before suspension was even invented. So it was already tough and bumpy as it was. And then to top that off, I got a flat tyre. And I didn't even have a puncture repair kit to fix the puncture. So I was already screwed, to be honest. I thought, well, I'll carry on riding the bike and see how we go. And I didn't realise I was struggling that much until another cyclist came flying past me, and then I realised I'd probably be better off running. So I got to a point which is probably like maybe a mile down the road from where we are now. I chucked the bike in a ditch, got the what 3 words, saved that, and just ran the rest of it. But another thing that made this worse last time out was the weather. It was a little bit colder. I certainly wouldn't have been able to stop like this and be warm and not shivering. But it was also raining the night before. So all of the paths, as I'm sure you could imagine, were just puddles. I was getting soaked, I was muddy. I was also, you know, slipping and sliding on the bike, especially on the downhills. It was so dangerous. I came off of the bike, and then even after I ditched the bike and I was running, I was slipping over where I had like no nutrition at all. I couldn't stand on my feet, and it got to a point where I was really getting worried. I stood still, I stopped what I was doing, and I couldn't stand still. I was just like, my legs were just giving away, they were like jelly. So I had to phone my mum, who was going to pick me up at the end, and ask her to meet me about an hour away from the finish to just get some like orange squash in me and some chocolate bars, and then carry on going. How I made it to the end that day is beyond me. It was so impressive looking back. Plus the bike that I'm riding has really helped. It's a much better bike to the spec I was riding before. Can't go wrong with Haribos, can you? My favourite is the heart or the egg. It's between the heart and the egg, but I'll probably go the heart. We're all packed up and ready to crack on again. Just quickly show you, I've cleaned up after myself, so I don't want anyone messaging me saying they've driven past this area and they've seen a naked valley bar or whatever and kick off about it, because if you do, it's not mine. This was another thing that happened the first time round. I had a different sort of bottle holder on the bike, and whenever I would hit a bump, the bottle fell out, and one of my bottles, as it fell out, the lid cracked and leaked. So I said I went out there with 3 litres of water. I probably only ended up with being able to drink sort of like 2.5. It just drains my energy just thinking about that day. It really does. We've just made it to the beautiful Castle Acre. We've got the ruins, well, on the other side of this bush. I can't really show you at the minute. There you are, look. I'm not that close to it, but that is the ruins of Castle Acre. And here will be another great opportunity to tell you a load of facts about why it was built and all the rest, but again, I don't know. And at this point in time, with all due respect, I don't really care. I just want to crack on and get to the finish, to be honest. Just remembered a building that I saw last time, a water tower that has been converted into, I guess, an Airbnb. That actually looks quite smart. We'll be able to see the sea in a minute. Jokes. If you see this section here, this is how it's been for like the last sort of 2 miles. You just imagine what that is like if it's just completely wet and muddy and it's just filled with puddles. There is no way you're going through that without falling over or slipping and sliding. That's giving me flashbacks. I'm so happy that it's solid ground this time around. I've now made it to Ringstead, and at this point I'd met my mum and I'd had the care package and eaten all the food. So I really don't know if I took a wrong turn the first time round, or I've taken a wrong turn this time round, although I'm pretty sure I haven't, or my memory of it was just that vague that I just don't remember between here and wherever it was that I met her. So I really have no idea. But yeah, we're at Ringstead now, so really not too far to go. I still haven't seen the sea, so I don't know where it is. Maybe the tide's out today, a long way out. Just taking a left off the road, and in the background we have our first glimpse of the sea, which you probably can't see on the camera, but I can confirm that I can see the sea. We have almost done it, people. Got our first bit of sand now, walking on the golf course, and yeah, this is pretty much the last post of the Peddars Way, and then it joins on to the Norfolk coast path. So I'll give this a touch, but I'll also go and touch the sea, because that's what we're really here for, isn't it? Look how far out it is. You still probably can't even see it on the camera. They don't like to make it easy, do they? Pushing this bike through this sand. Easier said than done, mate. We've actually done it. Peddars Way 2.0. Sweet, sweet victory. Here we are, people. We've got the sea just here. There's no green screen, I promise. We made it. I'm gonna press pause and finish the workout on Strava, and now it's time to touch the sea. Oh, I would taste it, but I'm not that committed. I'm literally just sitting now in the car park waiting for Mum to arrive and collect me and take me home, soaking in the sun. It's beautiful, this little spot. Just wanted to say that if you've gotten to this point in the video and you've got to the end, thank you for watching the whole way through. This is my first time doing a video like this, so I don't know until I edit it whether it was a great success or a massive flop. So if you've enjoyed this video, I please ask you to like, subscribe and give a comment down below. I mean, if you've got any facts about Peddars Way, chuck them in, start a conversation. Maybe you want to do this and give it a go yourself, and if so, I'd massively recommend it. It's not like the hardest thing to do. It's an easy trail. The hardest part is just keep going, but it's not like technical in any way. And that's the end of the video, so thank you for watching and take care.